Good morning. Thursday morning going down right now. DJ Lalo is in the building right now. This is Thursday morning, man. Beautiful day outside, man. A lot of things to cover today, from the Jalen Walker news all the way down to Ukraine, all the way down to what's happening in sports and celebrity gossip. I am your man. We got Big Bree in the building. What up, Big Bree?
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Definitely, man. We're going to start with some good music right here as we get ready to get the show on the road. Make sure that you're tapping in with us, speakerleakers@gmail. Send all good music to speakerleakers@gmail. Let's get into it, man. This is a new one from your boy right now, DJ Lalo. Get ready for this shit. You know what time it is. Good morning. Wake and bake with us, baby. Let's get it.
Energy made this one.
Talking shit, nigga. Oh. 20 on my dash, 50 on my seat. Licky on my side, kids, they want the heat. Ballin' like Jim Jones, yeah, I gotta eat. Dep to my aunts, and they think it's sweet. We been in the trap, nigga, all night. Running up a bag, nigga, long time. Flexing on my aunts like I'm Popeye. But I don't eat spinach, I eat dollar signs. Lalo in this bitch. Get to know my name. Hustler of the year is my claim to fame. 2022, I ain't holding back. I'm on these niggas' ass, we are not the same. Y'all get in the booth sounding like cider. I get in the booth and I bring drama. Emojis in my comments, all fire. And I took some years off. Time. No, how could it be? Elaborate flows coming from an OG. Still relevant after so many years. I see it's my arrogance, nigga. Y'all not fucking with me. For real. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Make my eyes mad every time they look up. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Make my eyes mad every time they look up. Tell them that I'm lit like a matchbox. And it's up and stuck like a stash stock. The bitch all in my DM. Ad block. My bitch ain't playing no games. Get popped. 2022, I'm running up the numbers. Feeling like I'm Ryan Wolf all summer. Can't play for my team if I don't trust ya. I feel like MC Hammer. Can't touch us. Yeah, it's the impeccable, unforgettable. When you think that I'm behind, just know I'm ahead of you. 2 steps to the front, ain't nothing regrettable. Should've been up on your shit, but now they forgetting you. Yeah, like who that nigga here? I see him repping and flexing, but who that nigga here? He got them diamonds and shining, but who that nigga there? And then he started rapping, nigga had to shed a tear like, oh no, I got a crying ear. Michael Jordan face on me, get you out of here. Yeah, huh? Nigga, Michael Jordan face on me, get you out of here. Nigga, yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Make my eyes mad every time they look up. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Yeah, I got that cooker. Make my eyes mad every time they look up.
It's the Good Morning Mix with DJ Lalo on Speaker Leakers Radio every Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. Tune in.
It's a hot party, shoot it up like Skin 10. Pop a fuck a bad bitch like I'm being 10. Nigga, that ain't real ice. If you ain't Skin 10, baby, take out here with life. Free them till they free again. Most of these niggas claiming that they winning, but they not though. These 7.62s are knock beef out of nachos. Putting even pressure same size as a pothole. I ain't gotta talk about this, cause I got those. Before I leave the crib, I make sure I got my Glock on. Who you think you fooling? You ain't with it, nigga, prove it. Ever since I started winning, I ain't really in the losing. Put my hitters on your head, they gon' really come and do it. Just get a picture, put it out, cause I don't play roles. Trapping in my follies, but these really just my play clothes. Moving down the interstate, shit, I gotta pay tolls. Basically about business on this trip, I can't take hoes. I went and got it on my own, bitch, I'm self-made. Before the plug hit me with the load, I got myself paid. Why the fuck they hating on me? Cause I'm me, nigga. The money keep my eyes open wide, so I peep niggas. Jumped in the water with the sharks, they get deep, nigga. White horns tinted, so I act like I don't see niggas. Yo, exotic ain't really exotic, it got seeds in it. Fuck friends, do it by myself, I don't need niggas. Niggas sending threats through the net like we bleed different. Catch a op, driving like a Uber, put some cheese in it. Niggas really capping in they raps, I don't believe niggas. Really putting on for the 9, cause I feed niggas. 900 in the shop if you ain't never served fiends in it. Need to pour that green out your cup and put some lean in it. Red bottoms cushion to your shirt, I look clean in it. Bitch used her neck so good, I almost peed in it. Little nigga, go get on your grind, go get your money up before I send your bitch to MIA just for a tummy tuck. That's the piece to fly. Niggas really out here dummied up. That 50 sick cool, but that 100 look like monkey nuts. Holographic scope on the chop so I can see better. better. This block put green buttons on his neck like a cheap sweater. Trying to drop a Hellcat on the 4Gs with the seats leather. Think about my past, know my future gotta be better.
That's that boy. That's that boy. Right.
You stick gave it to my little brother. I've been trying to spread them out.
Halo Pep just went off. New ain't that threezy right here. Let's get it.
Hey, let me get off. I'm tired of y'all weak ass raps. Turn that shit off. I'm a big dog. Send her with the driver. I don't never drop your bitch off. Got a new stick, gave it to my little brother. I be trying to spread them out, cause I got too many of them. Cut a couple bitches off, cause I had too many hoes.
Tell my little niggas up now, they got this bitch alright. It's another turn around when I pack touch. Bitch, if you wanna fuck around, get your stacks up. That nigga hit your brother with a pound till he bag up.
Free baby big cuz. Let's go.
I'm still on it, bitch, I still do it. You can drop it on my lap, I'm gon' still move it. They try to lock me in the box, but bitch, I'm still moving. These niggas got the blues, but they still clueless. Get them off for 45 when I'm in the streets. I'm a motherfucking boss, but I ain't in the street. A lot of niggas want me dead, they tried getting me. My mans tried to rob me, ended up killing me.
Mr. Never leave the house without a clip on. Mr. Never seen a drought, got more out than your big home. Mr. Air this bitch out if a fuck nigga tryna flip on me.
Hold on, cuz, chill, you know I got this whole ink on me. Finna sell it to this nigga for the ooh-wee. Fuck the feds, free my little brother Thule.
All these niggas claiming that they real could've fooled me.
If it ain't about no money, it don't move me. But people's got the bag to introduce me. They gon' be like, you should've been burned this nigga to me. He a real gritter, he ain't nothing like you goofy.
He a real hitter, he ain't nothing like you goofy. Shoot up the whole scene, it'll be something like a move. Got some bricks for the team club, kicking like you close. Ice caps with the lean, we don't do cheap. We'll pull a mace with cheese out your new Jeep.
Catch a op slipping from the trees, like his ass up. Throw his mans in the woods, smack his ass up. We gon' roll that nigga till he gone, smoke his ass up. Niggas that was up when I was broke, I done passed up. I'm paranoid, anywhere I go, the mag up. Fuck COVID, when you close, pull your mask up. Cause my money running low, then I mask up. Dog was my dog, but some shit you can't pass up.
Got a new stick, gave it to my little brother. I be trying to spread them out, cause I got too many of them. Cut a couple bitches off, cause I had too many hoes.
Tell my little niggas up now, they got this bitch alright. Mr. Never leave the house without a clip on. Mr. Never seen a drought, got more clout than your big home. Mr. Air this bitch out if a fuck nigga tryna flip on me.
Hold on, cuz, chill, you know I got this whole ick on me.
Wake your ass up. It's the Goodmorning Mix with DJ Laylo on Speaker Leakers Radio every Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. Tune in.
Me and my brother in this bitch right now. I'm flying to y'all big before shit, bitch.
All I ever wanted was a bankroll. Now I got a bankroll, chasing it still. I love how this bankroll feel. I don't really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted a bankroll. Now I got a bankroll, chasing it still. I love how this bankroll feel. I only really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted me a bankroll.
Bankroll full of pesos, yeah, I chase dough, chase bands, couldn't stay low, yeah, I make more, yeah, I'm taking hard in my city, when being died, it's like a knife went through the
Vontae the
heart of my
Chaser, let's
city,
go.
yeah. Got some hitters who itching and get they last on, got some gritters who I know it get the bag on, couple killers who checking for who to cash on, love them all the same, whatever to get your cash on, so many years hurting, now I'm tired of the struggle, so many years looking grinding, trying to bubble, I just dropped bands on my jeweler, my situation is cooler, I ain't going crazy, surrounded by snakes like Medusa, chasing no time to be Buddha, I ain't tryna lay, I'm getting paid, ain't no time for no bitch, better know I'm in my bag, yeah, I'm trying to get rich.
Was a bankroll, now I got a bankroll, chasing it still. I love how this bankroll feel. I only really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted me a bankroll, now I got a bankroll, chasing it still. I love how this bankroll feel. I only really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted me a bankroll.
Fresh with a bankroll on me, got your bitch all on me, tryna fuck and plus the hoe don't even know me. Hey, shout out to my brody, hit double right back and put that 40 right up on me. Hard nights on the block, we is chasing bands. High five to my brody, we just fucked the bitch and kicked her out. She don't even know shit, she knowin' that we got them pounds. She really want a young nigga, bitch, you better watch your mouth. BB phone shit, bitch, you trapping on the bricks again. Young nigga getting money, ain't gotta hit a lick again. Bitch, I been shining since the young nigga been lit. You don't even know shit, you just wanna know shit. Baby, I'm on the road right now. I ain't never tryna bring me down. Why know we gon' knock you down? Ain't tryna play with niggas, got that fight for any nigga.
bankroll, chasing the steal. I love how this bankroll feel. I don't really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted me a bankroll. Now I got a bankroll, chasing the steal. I love how this bankroll feel. I only really care about a bankroll. I only ever wanted me a bankroll. Bankroll.
Wake your ass up. It's the Good Morning Mix with DJ Laylo on Speaker Leakers Radio every Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. Tune in.
I want to see a nigga fuck they talking about. What they gonna do though is do all that extra shit with they self though, be on the other side. I don't owe a motherfucker a thing on this planet. Always kept it 1,000 if anything else. Pressure ain't gonna break me and it's always two sides of the story. Yeah. True story. Yeah.
I got a story to tell, and not a wrong one. Spit a verse from my ninja, he said you on to something. Tread lightly is deeper, I'm where the danger hunting. Watch your head to get buried in pillows, dreaming something. Cold world trying to compete, they nothing like us though. Same thing, sucking for corners, stuck where the time slow. Made it out the jungle, pop pills into my mind flow. Make a decision, change narrative till it gave growth. Luxury living, open doors where I change smoke. Having things my way on different tunes, overcame hope. I can feel the power like when Granny overcame dope. They ones on my arm still standing, that's just different strokes. I can't open up, I live the facts, they know the story. They this and that, but miss the facts when they tell the story. Let a nigga have it with himself, I want the inventory. I put myself in position so I don't gotta worry. High as fuck, floors up, value life different. Won't control, you gotta get it, take it, run with it. Ain't no future in the negatives that come with it. I adapt and survive, I feel the time slipping. Stay out of reach like the closest star, I'm just meditating. Talk good to her daily, that's different conversations. She be right when she's speaking, but I ain't had the patience. I'm trying to step up out my pride, so I'm elaborating. Moving accordingly, pushing down for the paper. Credentials say he rear with the ruler with bags of acres. Hold the instructions, I've been out here with the takers. Make you wanna activate your third eye just for the fakers. Smooth that forward, send prayers up to my angels, yeah. I live dangerous, so I get it, wanna try to live. Every other day I get it most, so I'ma make amends. Life still didn't even kill, and they was all friends.
Don't really matter which side you sit on. It's what make them comfortable is the question though. But I adapt, so it's a little bit different for me. They can't trick me out of my position. No, not never, my gangster. We counted up on 1,000 G's over here. Been solid in talking that shit. And everything I got, that's his shit. Yeah.
D-Mac on the fucking track.
Speaker Leakers.
I blocked your number on my phone, I ain't get no message. My heart gone, I left it in the section. Fuck around and beat your ass while you getting aggressive. When I lost you, that's when I gave my blessing. You was there for me, though, bitch, but I'm alive and well. And I can't call it, I can't tell the times, but I guess time will tell. Really, it's your loss for real when you survive this L. Now I know why you slept on me, because you tried to sell. And my last time was the last time. I fuck these bitches just to pass time. I'm fucking off on purpose. I look happy on the surface. She say, cause they say hurt people. I gave you love and loyalty, it wasn't worth either. She said, what's love got to do with it? I watched you turn Tina. Shit went left, you told the people, bitch, we ain't equal. Shit went left, you told the people, bitch, we ain't equal. I'm in my feelings. I swear I cried tears on this next verse though. And why your family gotta steal from you? Bitch, you dead to me. I would've killed for you. And even though I hate your ass, bitch, I still love you. I just wish somebody would've took them pills from you, for real. Cause nowadays you a whole wop. You dope, snort pills and your nose hot. But I can't judge, I took some turkeys with this whole pop. But I never took nothing from you, you took a whole lot. And I fucked with you the long way. We used to trap out of the hallway. I feel betrayed, I can't believe you. That you will bite the hand to feed you. I invite you to my crib, you went through the stash. Then you lied to me, bitch, I should shoot your ass. And you put Kizzo in a cell, who knew you would tell? Now we don't say you 12, bitch, you know L. Bitch, you know L. We don't say you 12, bitch, you know L.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thursday morning right now going down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thursday morning right now going down. DJ Lato is in the building. Trey Cool is in the building. Big Bree is in the building. Deanna K is almost ready, but she's in the building as well. So you know what time it is, man.
Sunny day outside. It's gonna be a little bit of rain in the afternoon, but it's a great day.
Morning right now, man. Nice sunny day. Rain is down today. A lot of topics to cover today. The Jalen Walker funeral was this week at the Akron Civic Theater. We had a few celebrities pop in, from Spike Lee to Robert DeJournette. I don't know how to say his name, DeJournette or something like that. But a few, No, not De Niro. It's Robert DeJournette or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
He was
yeah, he definitely came in. He definitely came down to the funeral to pay his respects to the Jalen Walker and all the black victims who are victims of what you call it, police brutality. Definitely. So he came down. It was a very, very emotional and packed funeral. As I heard, I didn't get to make it, but I wish I would have. But how do y'all feel about what the events that took place?
As far as like protests or funeral, or there's going to be another investigation coming in because check allegedly the picture of the gun and stuff that we saw allegedly may have been staged. They allegedly say he shot out the car, but the windows wasn't busted. It was full. People that the gun looked like the standard 9mm for that police use. So, Akron Police Department is actually. I pray that things will change once they take, because they've been finding not reporting incidents. We'll see what happens with that. The funeral, it did rain yesterday, and I don't know if you guys caught it. It was a beautiful, beautiful rainbow after it rained and stuff. And I don't know if you guys know this, but every time there's a funeral in Akron, I notice it rains just a bit. So prayers to Jalen Walker's family. I just pray the next thing is like reform. Me and my coworker was talking about it.
Well, go ahead.
As far as like the Constitution and the laws and different stuff like that, those was all made so many years ago. Like, do they really apply to 2022? Like we're living under old laws and old ways, when back then they didn't have half of the things that we have today. So I don't know. I guess they thought that it was gonna hold up the country for hundreds and hundreds of years, but I think like reforms with our laws, us getting out to vote, changing the people that's in the office to fit our description, and finding people who's actually for the people. A lot of those people that are in office in Akron, they don't even live in Akron. They can't tell you what the fuck going on in Akron. They probably can't even tell you how to get around Akron, yet they're making decisions for Akron. So I encourage my people to vote more and learn more and get more active in our legislation. So
well, that's the thing, though. I actually had a conversation with a police officer on my job on Saturday, and I was talking to him, and he was telling me, man,
you got a job.
It's a lot of confusion within the police department. A lot of like they at each other's heads, you know what I mean, for certain things like that blue light that got put up against Black Lives Matter in the window, so they happen to take that down as one. I was just basically asking them questions. I wish I could bring a police officer on the show and just basically drill him, you know what I mean? For real.
We can.
Yeah, but also, why does it take for reform to start now when someone gets killed? Or is it just because now they want to reform because now they're on camera? You know what I mean? Why does it take for them to be caught to be? Now we want reform.
It got caught, just like when somebody get in trouble for something, like, oh, I'm gonna do better, like I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do this.
Right. But behind scenes, you weren't even thinking about it. You know what I mean?
If it never would have been brought to like if people in Akron that live here, I feel like we kind of already know. Like you said, it's other people who's been killed or shot at the hands of Akron police, and just brutality and the things that we face on a daily. But now that it's like a worldwide and other people are paying attention and investigators are taking a closer look, I think it's that thing. It's like, now I got caught, so now like, you gotta change. You know what I mean? Or they gonna take it till they make it and act like they changed. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get those, rotten apples out the bunch.
This situation to me is like a water park. We deal with this sparingly too often. As the media gets involved, it gets the high profile, type of situation. And that's where the news media and everything else come into play. I mean, that kid that gets shot that many times, I think it was more over the top to cause this type of reaction. And it's getting out of hand, but I mean, that's the society we live in. Unfortunately, for this young man losing his life because people do want to put things up stage, meaning like create things to make situations to a higher level of standard. And then create reform, create incitement riots, inciting people, just protesting. I mean, it's a political statement. Man, listen, man. You gotta understand it. We see it. We see it.
He said, "Rise up, goddamn it, rise up."
Stand up.
To me, it hit home because my son's brother got hit by the police. It's placed down in Columbus, still going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, these
when did
hurting over losing their sons.
When that take place?
That was in 2020, December 4th, 2020.
What was his name?
Casey Goodson Jr.
That case that happened in Columbus?
Yeah, gunned down by a police officer. He was working for Columbus Police Officer, U.S. Marshals. They claimed he was investigating a young man. Apparently, CJ was targeted and assassinated, just like Jay, shot 5 times in his back. You know what I'm saying? Going into the house, not even trying to run or insinuate any type of record. So these kids, man, just getting run down, and it's becoming like it's becoming an event, man, and we're seeing it play out.
It's like a shoot first, ask questions later. That's what they've been on.
My question is, I think, and I even asked the officer this. I said the dumbest shit they could have did was let you carry without your license and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a CCW to carry a gun. I personally feel like that, and he told me it's not on the mayor. That's really on the governor of each state. You know what I mean? He said the governor passed that law, and he was like, we wasn't in agreement of it either. But because it's who's known to carry illegal weapons more than black people. You know what I mean? And you also freed up the people who the negative black images who wants to carry and do all these things. Now they don't have to have a permit. You know what I mean? But I asked him, I said that was the dumbest thing ever, because now a cop see a black man with a gun, they're automatically going to shoot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Right. And it kills me because excuse me for the what was that? The mass shooting in Parkland shooting.
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah. And dude had a knife, and they were still able to bring him in without shooting him.
And that was part of
you know what I mean?
These kids are still alive.
Yes, I definitely believe that we need reform. You know what I mean? But not at the cost of another life. You should have been reformed. You know what I mean? You should have been changing these taxes, because I feel personally that they're only feeling this way because they're on blast now. The punches in the face and all that stuff, that was happening before, Jacob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that, the taxes that they use. So I am for reform, but why did it take this for you to now we need to reform?
It's only because they got,
you got caught.
Yeah, they got caught. And people been actually,
ain't no sense to reforming it. We ain't nothing reforming.
It's a lot of organizations who actually he's been fighting like a lot of the Freedom Bloc and all the other organizations that was down here helping with the Jalen Walker situation. They have been trying to reform, but they called it originally it was like defund the police, and they didn't like that term, and they took it as like, oh, they didn't want to give the police money. No, they're saying like take the money that the police get and give them proper training and allow them to learn and do what they're supposed to do properly, so situations like this won't happen. It just how you said about the police officers there. Now, definitely on people not knowing who is in charge of doing what and not voting when it's time to vote. Because at the end of the day, most of the laws or policies that are in place, that they are from laws and bills that people have to vote on. Our people are not voting on this stuff.
One more thing, I don't mean to cut you off, but one more thing I do have to say. I don't want to hear another black person say that their vote doesn't count or their vote doesn't make sense. A lot of this stuff is taking place because we are voting. You know what I mean? Presidency, everything is taking place because we're voting. And they didn't expect us to turn out the way that we turn out.
Don't ever say that your vote doesn't count, because it doesn't count when you don't vote.
And so don't ever say that it doesn't count.
You are acknowledging that.
We gotta make
doesn't count when you
believe me. At low our state stuff. Like you draw your ass to Chicago Falls and so you don't got them type of problems, because them people out there, they voting, they telling them that they officials what they want, they going to them meetings, they showing up and they showing out. That's what we have to do. We have to start speaking up for ourselves, because if we don't, nobody else will. Just like Trey Cruz said, they ain't changed what they did in the past because it wasn't a problem. Ain't nobody said shit. And if they did, exactly, it got caught until it got like world recognition. So I give our deepest condolences to Jalen Walker and his family, but again, I thank him, because unfortunately his murder and his death shed a light on a lot of stuff that was being swept under the rug
in this particular city and state.
Exactly.
Just like George Floyd's did, just like everybody else did. You know what? And as I said, things, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want to say things happen for a reason, but it's a positive message is coming out of this person's life. You know what I mean? A positive message is coming out, and it's shedding light on what's been happening to us for years. Literally. You know what I mean? For years. So
in a major network, still reporting it. I real talk about Jalen Walker. They're talking about the news outlets. Like, so I don't think Akron policers is going to be able to die this down as long as we as the people keep his name and keep our demands alive and keep it out and let it be known that we do want change. I think they're going to have to do something, and then they're going to have to prove it and show it. They're not just going to be like, oh, we changed and that's that. No, we need to see that you change.
We need to stay on them until this actually does change.
Understand. Like a lot of people are educated at huge councils in their regions. I mean, it's like nine wards in Columbia. I mean, Akron. You know, throughout, and there's certain people that's actually a part of those wards. But like, we need to be able to go to those people and tell them who they want to patrol their community. Because if you're hiring these police officers, state hires or city hires, they're out patrolling our neighborhood. They should be more to their citizens and not work with disrespect to the citizens. What happened to Jalen? You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And you know, because he got pulled for a minor traffic stop and ended up losing his life because that position was put in that officer's hand to do it. There could have been a situation that said, "Hey, you didn't have to chase him." You know, back then, you know what I'm saying? Chase him.
And that's another thing I'm pointing towards, because us as Black people, we got to get very much involved into our community, whether it's law, whether it's nonprofit. You know what I mean? We really have to educate these kids at this point. You know what I mean? Because us being the older generation have to become the leaders of our community. You know what I mean? If you're not seeing enough leaders who
people who want to. You're trying to inspire them through rap.
And come through rap, but you're speaking them through. You know, we definitely got to get better on that.
Respectfully, man. It's Leakers. It's Thursday mornings to Good Morning Mix with my dog DJ Laylo. I am Trey, co-host of Millennium Big Three in the building. The and the K, of course, we got the whole show because that's what we do. Nerve DJs Radio. Make sure you download that app ASAP, Google Play, your Apple App Store. I did attend the funeral, and I will give my statement after these short commercial breaks.
Wake your ass up. It's the Good Morning Mix with DJ Laylo on Speaker Leakers Radio every Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. Tune in.
Show Candy right here. Let's go. Hey.
Let a bitch like me. How you feelings? Put you on your knee. Middle finger up. I deserve a few rings. If you ain't talking money, need to move around me. Put that ass in the skirt. Ass out, nigga, bring cash out. Ass out, make put that ass in the skirt. Bring the cash out. Keep them bands. I don't do the talking. Show me something. 100. Yeah, motherfucking hurt. Hey, I like the shirts, go fuck the dick. If you let me on it, buddy, let me to the side. Put the pussy on him, then put him in his place. Push him. It's all. Put you on your knees. Middle finger up. On me, put that ass in the circle. Ass out, nigga, bring the cash out. Ass out, nigga, put that ass in the circle. Ass out, nigga, bring the cash out. Ass out, nigga, put that ass in the circle. Put your middle finger on. You a bad bitch, you ain't never gave fuck. Big brown ass, every nigga wanna touch. Big size, I wish you ain't get up in his guts. Big booty girl, big booty girl. Move that ass up and down, let her move it, girl. Big booty girl, big booty girl. Move that ass up and down, make a money, girl. Big booty girl, big booty girl. Move that ass up and down, let her move it, girl. Big booty girl, big booty girl. Move that ass up and down, make a money, girl. Let a bitch like me, how you ain't feelings? Put you on your knees, middle finger up, I deserve a few rings. If you ain't talking money, need to move around me. Put that ass in the circle. Ass out, nigga, bring the cash out. Ass out, nigga, put that ass in the circle. Ass out, nigga, bring the cash out. Ass out, nigga, put that ass in the circle.
Is that your DJ? Yes, it is.
Hey, I heard 1,000 in the month, I'm celebrating with my niggas. Bitch, I hang around some scamming ass, robbing ass killers. I ain't paralyzed, but still, I'm trying to make a nigga feel it. Put whatever on the scale, I'm trying to run me up a digit. I don't like to drop a well invested in the mail. Claiming that you want, but under pressure, you a still. 2-zip plate, I'm a server when I glizzy. I shoot me for a break, the little mama put the titties out, put on the game. We sold everything and never seen a drop. I done ran songs, big deposits, never seen them out. Made 30,000, I ain't leave the house. I bring everybody, I ain't leave them out. Bad bitch from the south, she good with her mouth, yeah. Stuff a couple pounds, yeah, in the couch, yeah. I ain't serving little bags, they go in and out. If you short even $1, I'ma kick him out. I been the 50 for these bitches, but they kill. I ain't playing with the pussies, I'm trying to try niggas. Get this money crazy, rolling up and I did not spill it. He ain't up 50 or better, he is not with us. I know some niggas in the hood, it's really up a milli. He's trying to hit me with the bat when you was popping willies. Shoes cleaner than a nigga in the wheelchair. Made 200,000 in the hood and I'm still there. Real talk. Hit me with a pound and I bet I make that bitch walk. It's a man down if I gotta make that stick talk. Body ran down on the plate, but he picked up. The price triple up when you get it on the scale. Ain't no shells on the scene. Ain't no shells on the scene. That's a case code. Beat a nigga's face with the Mac. That's a facial.
I just want the money. I ain't got shit else to prove. Graduate the streets. I ain't had to finish school. I was selling weed. I thought basketball was cool. I was with the Blitz and we was trying to make the news. In the hood with a 50 in my glizzy. Bad little bitch ran ballin' like Nikki. All the little hoes in my DM still trying to get me. Sabo really turned, bitch. I fuck my whole city. Got these buffs on right now, bitch, but I ain't from Detroit. They hit that road every time I get the boy, need a Hellcat. Hell yeah, I like making noise. I can rap like 30 pounds up and send them over to it. Bitch, we different, we nothing like them niggas. Get up on their ass and end up fucking on their bitches. Run the 30 bands in the month, I make it kill it. I fight the two, he was right many bitches on me, I can't fake, I get distracted. Fans run up, I get the cracking, overreacting. I'm beefing with too many, so I squeeze when I panic. The first thing I think a nigga think they could be lacking. Act stupid if you want to know D-grind. Pop up on his ass with that P90. Act stupid if you want, they know D-grind. I'll pop up on his ass with that P90.
Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this.
What I tell them, dog? They hear me? What I tell them? Bitch, you already know. Pretty face with some big tits, but her booty loose. Why this bitch thinking that she bad? Who pursuing you? They ain't tell you yet that I'm a dog school. Do we do? Hit the little bitch.
Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this.
Alright, yeah, I see what you did now. They hear me? What I tell them? Bitch, you already know. Pretty face with some big tits, but her booty loose. Why this bitch thinking that she bad? Who pursuing you? They ain't tell you yet that I'm a dog. Scooby-Doo. Hit the little dog with the dog. Scrappy that we do. Stay big money with menards. Gotta keep it too. Jumped off the porch and hit the yard. I was only 2. Big stepper stepping in the yard. Gonna bust a move. Told me that I couldn't make it far, so a nigga flew. Hey, but I'm back now. Hit a fat bitch and let it quick. Put my back out. Maybe when the bitch snowing out, I pull my strap out. Got steps over full court. I got yeah, just to give it round up balls. So results of running off, blew his back out. Had to get the confidence. Cause her plan was some pregnant. This what you make posing money on the Cali. I'm not a Laker for a lot of men. But I ain't basic. Hit the road, pedal to the flow. Birds trying to crazy. Oh shit, you ain't got me dreaming. Bro, they trying to chase me. If they see me hopping out this bitch, they gon' try to take it. If they smell the wind from this link, they gon' try to face it. Yeah, that nigga thinking he did. I won't go get drunk no more. I got drunk inside. But I'm fucking in. I'm put a baby in the sauce. But this kid, where the fuck you about to go? Now that your bitch, she said I want to go back. I told her go get it. This bitch said all the shit because she not know, she's so don't even see everything you do because she's so busy. How the fuck you got that 3P? Don't got no business. Don't name it like you want it, but it's free. Now you don't know niggas. I don't trust these niggas. I'ma pop them if they try to rob. So put that nigga in the view. Yes, he got a job. Tie on me, lace him like a shoe. Investment in the box. Niggas already know they like boy. They losing in them stocks. Whole lot of old shit. No Z's like it's Krispy Kreme. All the nigga working on this game. How we moving green? You not believe it, not a dream. Dr. Martin King. Bro, put the kick stain. Boy, think he Mr. Clean. Hey, you already know. You already know. I don't never fucking call a sticky hole. And it could just hit on the dope.
Yes, sir. Speaker leakers. Good morning, Big Nerve DJs Radio. Big Bree, K, the show. Yeah, back to the topic at hand. Jalen Walker. So they passed his burial. Like you stated, we had a lot of big people in the city that we wouldn't normally have around. Shout out to Spike Lee coming through. I just know he got the documentary on lock.
Hey, I seen him leaving with a little notepad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Spike ain't here for no reason. That's part of the bigger picture, I'm sure. The service was dope. I'm not sure. I gotta get better. And I want y'all to know it's not only y'all. I'm late everywhere. Okay, so they had an open casket from I believe 10 to 1. I got there at 1. So I'm not sure if it was actually an open casket. It was. Did anybody have anything to say about the particular?
Not much. I guess I just asked for his family and stuff because they asked for like no pictures and stuff. So nobody.
Well,
really
yeah, I mean, but did he? But did he? I mean, look.
I didn't get to personally see.
Because I'm thinking it's going to be an Emmett Till type of situation.
I think it is. I will have to get more information. I personally didn't get to see him in the casket.
Yeah.
I have a son, so this is like a real hard topic for me. I was damn near about to cry. Like every time I talk about it, write about it, it's really hard. So I couldn't go see him like that. So I don't know. From what I was told, they said it was kind of from like the nose down. You could see like the bullets and different things like that. So
okay.
Yeah, like you could actually, they tried to cover it up.
Right, yeah, with as much as they could, but you could see.
Yeah. So definitely like an Emmett Till, and that's what a lot of people was comparing it like, because Emmett too.
His body was mutilated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like we just like y'all like repeating history almost. You know what I mean? Like the same, not the same things, but like similar things are happening, and with the shootings and the killings of
Right.
our people. Like you can go back and find a same like similar story.
The service.
Yeah, they said somebody actually like 50 years ago in Akron was shot by the police. That's how Jalen was.
Really?
Like they pulled up the story and everything. People been pulling up all types of
Wow.
docs. A young lady actually had the same exact incident as Jalen Walker. On a chase, but she actually had priors. She had a gun in the car as well. And she actually was apprehended and taken in. And this was in recently
Mhm.
in Akron.
Yeah,
And people were comparing
Amy
that
Heard, I
like
believe the name is. Amy
her name is I think it's Ashley.
Ashley Heard.
Ashley, yeah, I have the picture. If you guys watched my TikTok I did on the reel, I did involve that picture, and I do have it individually. I can show you guys. But I believe her name was Ashley. And I think she's still like going to court and going through her process, and that's what people are saying. Like you can't keep saying it's not a race thing when every time a white person is in a similar situation, they're apprehended and they have their day in court. But as black people, we have to have our day the funeral home.
I'm
I'm sorry.
black people be. But no, the service was it was beautiful. The choir, the song selections were dope. The speakers were wonderful. The first speaker, I believe, was the Robert DeJarnette.
Dejanet.
I'm not sure if that was him or not, but it was a guy that came. It was and he spoke so beautifully about reclaiming Jalen. If I didn't get anything out of the service, I got one thing is that we need to reclaim Jalen because the media has had him for 2 weeks. He's a thug. He's a criminal. He's a blase. Just to touch on the criminal part, at the end of the day, in America, I believe you're innocent until not to death. So he never made it to court to be proven guilty. So at the end of the day, he's an innocent black unarmed man who was shot down and killed. So moving on. We're going to reclaim Jalen. One thing that I've learned about him is, well, a couple things I learned about him is that he's a sweet young man. He's loyal. He's compassionate. He's about his family. He has a loving fiance. And again, he was an innocent man, shot down in cold blood. So, yeah. And the second thing is, we're going to continue to protest. We're going to continue to do our thing. We continue to lift our voice in a way that, I'm saying, is feasible and respectable. So, yeah, that's about it, man. Oh yeah. And one thing I learned about myself in a church setting or anywhere, I fall asleep in a barber chair. So if you ask me to bow my head, it's a good chance it might not come back up.
You might take a little nap.
It's a good chance it might not come
I'm
back
resting
up.
my eyes.
Yeah, man. I thank God for glasses, But anyway, man, that's it, man. But again, we're gonna continue to push. We're gonna continue to move forward with this particular situation. It's not over. It's only the beginning. Shout out to everybody on the front line. My guy Frank, it's a young lady named Ariel Faith out here doing her thing and keeping the movement alive. So yes, sir. We got Deanna K in the building. We got Big B in the building. We got some sports to take care of, and we got some celebrity news and gossip as well. So yeah. We're gonna go to like one, maybe two songs and get right back into it. Sounds good?
No.
All right. What you want to do, sir?
Give us do celebrity news. Let's get into it.
All right. So we're gonna go straight 15, 20 minutes straight.
All right, boom. Hey y'all, it's Deanna K. Celebrity News and Gossip. What is going on? Since we already touched on Jalen Walker, I'll just send my deepest condolences to his family, and I'll keep you guys updated on my website, dnk.net, as far as the investigation goes and what's going on with ADP next. And give y'all a little insight on behind the scenes of, the action and the protest and how our people stood up. Going on, boom, speaking of court cases, NBA young boy was recently in court. That's not be allowed to be used in court as evidence against him. So the judge did deny that. So that's looking pretty. And new evidence revealed the forensics person. She did not actually like fingerprint. He or she, my apologies, did not fingerprint the gun that was found in his vehicle. So evidence they can't whose gun that exactly is. They did not take fingerprints. So we'll see what's going on with that. Florida did show up, a young boy during his court case. You guys updated on what's going on.
Father-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, he might get off. We don't know. I don't know if you guys saw the Funny Marco. So man, Bow Wow did respond. He's a grown man, basically making money, getting ready for tours, and he is not.
I'm a boy, baby.
Yeah, I did not swing that way. I don't know what dude is talking about. If you guys don't know, Orlando Brown did an interview and he asked, did he like Bow Wow? And the guy was like, yeah, Bow Wow, cool. I'm trying to follow him. So, in other terms, if you know what that means, you know, they basically trying to say Bow Wow get down. Bow Wow responded and said, no, I do not. Keep me out of that.
So was Orlando saying that he was a part of he was involved with Bow Wow at some point?
He didn't confirm or deny it. He said he knows. I mean, so shit, that's saying like you have relations with him, but we all know Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
He's not, stable. And Funny Marco, it's a funny prank show. So maybe Orlando was,
giving him the content he wanted.
Because at first, a lot of celebrities didn't know when you went on the show it was like a prank. You know, they wasn't in on a prank. But now his videos are getting now he's trending more. Their hit around him probably did play into it, but he didn't confirm nor deny, and he did say he did enter in Mariah Carey's DM, but he chilled out. He said he wasn't in his right mind when he did it. He don't want no smoke with Nick. Speaking of Nick Cannon, he did an interview and he said that if he could, he would actually get back with Mariah Carey. Honey, he started singing her "We Belong Together," "Don't Forget About Me" during the interview, and basically saying like that if he had a choice, he would, rekindle that. He said if things could go back to how they, originally was, he would get back with Mariah Carey. People in the comment section, of course, saying Nick lost his chance because at this point, you got about 18 kids, and Mariah want to play stepmommy.
I think it is. Everybody has that one that's like
she got away.
Yeah, she or he got away.
Yeah, you know she or he like, damn, I should have held on.
You know what I mean? Hey.
He did admit that. He said that was. I mean, he did make it.
Mariah Carey is an anomaly. Anomaly. That's the word I'm looking
phenomenal.
For. No, yeah, she's phenomenal, but I think I want to say an anomaly. And I need to look the damn word up.
Yeah.
But so I look at her and I'm thinking, oh yeah, she's probably bougie as hell. But then I see clips of her and she seems down to earth as fuck. So it's just like, yeah.
But I mean, he did make her his wife. So clearly, Mariah Carey is a good balance. Like, once celebrities reach that certain level, you have to present yourself. She can't do what other people do. She has to be a lady. She's like the top tier girl. So, but at home, you get to be yourself. She can't be that goofy. She don't got to go out full fledged makeup in a gown, singing with the birds coming out. So, Nicki Minaj, she made headlines because they recently had the Wireless Festival, and she went to the streets and she got with fans. She got out the car, but when I mean they were swarming her, like they were trying to get to her, that she got a little frustrated and overwhelmed. She was pushing, and I can't tell if she pushed the fan intentionally or they was just right there. And like, I ain't gonna do my girl. I ain't gonna do my girl. she was telling everybody back up nicely. They weren't listening, so move back. A lot of celebrities did good at the Wireless Festival. The City Girls, they killed it. JT expressed
So
different things.
that is crazy how and my city is still so lost when it comes to hip hop and how powerful the genre is. We're talking about UK city girls in the UK.
City
We're talking
Girls.
about the Queen of England overlooking this shit. You hear me? Queen of England in there doing a mini twerk on the low.
It was a lot of celebrities in there. City Girls performed. Nicki Minaj performed. Who else performed? Little Baby performed. Y'all seen his security guard actually push dude way off the stage because people, they try to run up on stage and get the celebrities and stuff,
Yeah.
but you gotta keep them protected. Summer Walker was there. She got very, very emotional because she was so surprised that everybody knew her song. It was to the point where she couldn't even sing, and she is pregnant, so she's hormonal. But a lot of people said the UK gave them a lot of love. I did
Yeah.
see Little Uzi on the sidelines recording JT perform, and I thought that was the cutest thing. Diddy, of course, was in town with Young Miami. They did go to Paris and have a nice toast. So
I think they speak about that on the podcast about going to France.
yeah, he said they get money. Shit, that's the winning thing. So Young Miami, she has her podcast. So once she gets back, she will be releasing actually today. She went and did an interview with Kevin Gates. He's been in the news, talked about that. In his defense, though, he said he didn't know they were cousins. It was one of those things where they end up going to a family event, and then they he said one of his relatives pulled him to the side and was like, "Hey, that's your cousin." And he was like, "Well, shit, we already fucking, so I ain't stopping." His words, not mine. I'm just wrapping it up. You guys can go to her in London. I believe this was her first interview since Nipsey has passed away. She did do her interview and Angela Yee, and they talked and sat down, talked about love, relationships, how she's been since Nipsey, and how she says LA feels very, very heavy, and soon she will be looking to relocate. So y'all can check that story out and more at bnk.net.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Not just yet. We're gonna play one song and come right back to you, man. This is Good Morning Mix going down with the Speaker Leakers. You heard it first. Speaker Leakers in the building. Let's get it.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, bitch, you backseat driver. We don't ask question or the prize when we mob. Two beats, send them to the dentist like Rob. Niggas want to talk.
My man Trebo.
Shut the fuck up, no bitch, question or the prize when we mob. Niggas two beats, send them to the dentist like Rob. Niggas want to talk, but this niggas ain't sliding. Two beats, send them to the dentist like Rob. Hit you with a back, don't tell me how you with a back, don't tell me how to drive. This is my plane, nigga, I'm pretty high. I put my name by myself. I don't know. You can't go around, you can't go. You be up in the game, I back in the get sent off. I've been standing tall. I've been standing tall. Will you be there with my fall? I know you come run when I go get it, dog. Ooh, yeah. Niggas got blessings on shit. Niggas got blessings on shit. Shut the fuck up, use a vaccine. Shut the fuck up, use a vaccine. Shut the fuck up, use a vaccine. Niggas won't cover, niggas ain't sliding. Shut the fuck up, bitch, you vaccine driving. We're my expression on the prize, and you my bitch. We send them to the dentist like five. Niggas won't cover, niggas ain't sliding.
I'm here even when I ain't here.
You gotta get it.
It's another night.
Cool.
What can I say?
Man, speaking of the UK, man.
Big break.
Man, speaking of the UK, because the big show. The big show.
The big show of you.
That's the tennis hub. That's where the men and women play tennis And shouts out to my champion of the
Shouts
week.
out to my champion.
Novak Djokovic, he defeated Nick
Novak
Kyrgios,
Djokovic, he defeated Nick
in a Grand Slam match. I mean, he won
in
the
a Grand
23rd
Slam. I
Grand
mean,
Slam.
he won his 21st.
What happened with that is that
What happened with that is that
Djokovic, man, being a four-time champion at the Wimbledon in UK, months back he was an unvaccinated player that actually the Australian he got kicked out of. Actually, he lost his visa because of the Australian government didn't want him to play because he was an unvaccinated player. So he goes to the UK, man. They love him. They celebrated him. He actually won his fifth in a row there. So big ups to him, man. He's a Serbian tennis player. Number one in the country. I mean, he's the number one in the world tennis player, man. So yeah. So Elena from Burkina, she won the women's Wimbledon.
The women's
But, you know, that, like I said, that event,
like I said, that event, all those
happened because of the Wimbledon tournament. Just some insight, man. Rob Gronkowski, he retired after 9 seasons. 9 seasons. Played with 2 seasons with Tampa Bay. He said he done. On his family. Big up to Gronkowski, man. I believe about 4 Pro Bowls. He did his thing, man. Congratulations.
Definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. Now, man, just some insight. And I just a lot of things going on right now. But Stephen Curry, I just want to big up him. He was a 2009 7th overall pick for the Golden State Warriors out of Davidson. His draft class, man, he the 7th pick. Blake Griffin was number 1. Hakeem Tariq was out of he was number 2. James Harden was number 3. But think about it, man. A lot of these teams gave up on this man who's going to be a Hall of Famer. You got a Tyreek Evans came 40 for Memphis for Sacramento Kings.
One of them,
you know what I'm saying? So think about these teams, man. At Memphis, they was number 5 and 6. They picked up Rubio and Bobby playing out of Minnesota. Minnesota's hurting because they could have got a Curry, a franchise player, but passed him up. He was 7 man now. Minnesota's hurt because Curry.
He probably wouldn't have turned out the way he is.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because it all depends on who's coaching. You know, Steve Kerr was that 3-point.
I mean, because who's coaching? You heard it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
You're right. I mean, you know, it's the organization, how you fit in. You know, he could have been. But he could have been, you know, franchise player. That franchise player. I mean, just think. I mean, just think. James Harden, Blake Griffin, Hakeem.
Blake is done. I don't even know how.
Blake had a promising career.
Yeah, Jake had. He had a promising career though.
He played for the Cavs. He's still doing his thing. But Johnny Flynn, you know what I'm saying? Syracuse. I mean, these kids, Tyreek Evans out of Memphis. I mean, these kids, man, they're not in the league. Steph's still doing his thing, man. It's just that moment when you a GM, man. If you got that golden ticket to pick, man, you can't pass up on people. Oh yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, man. Because spirits, and that's just recapping back to what happened to Djokovic, man. You know, so he celebrated in UK. But he goes to Australia, man, as a Serbian tennis player. They actually denied, the government denied this man his visa. You know, his right to play, his right as a professional athlete to earn his income, and kick him out of the country, man. And he goes 2 months later and wins Wimbledon. So that's just how, you know, certain images about some, you know, certain areas, man, it sticks to me, man. But I just want to point that out. You got a question? Or?
No, I would say we got to wrap it up.
Oh, yes, sir.
We done got into the habit of doing our thing.
Yeah, we doing our thing, man. I just wanted to represent, man, the Courvoisier. You know, we had some nice turnouts last weekend. They gave us a nice grab bag to go, man. We got some chocolates. I just want to say, hey, before I let them spoil, I'm sharing.
You know what I'm saying? You did? Okay, I ain't eat mine. Yeah, I mean, they infused with Cavassier, man. So y'all would like to have share, you know. I know everybody got it. Hey, that's okay. I didn't eat mine, man, but you know what I'm saying? I let them spoil, you know me. I just
I don't think I found it. I ain't stealing. Right, I'm saying you stole it. They gave us. Right.
you just took an extra little grab out of it.
It was enough.
Yeah, we're going like 2 minutes now.
I know, we still,
Yo, Pro, it's actually the best source of video at this moment that is still going. So we can still act like we're still doing our thing because it's all gonna get chopped up anyway. So you know, another Thursday morning. Good morning, Mix Nerf DJs Radio. I'm Trey Cool, the Millennium. Guess we got to get a started here. DJ Lalo.
Yes, DJ Lalo, DJ LAYLO 330. Find me on all social media platforms. Once again, shouts out to Cavassier, our sponsors, Tracy and Rayciones, Maker's Mark, Jim B, Product Beams and Tour. Big Bree on Facebook, Bree on Twitter, Big Bree O2 on the ground.
And of course, you can find me at nk.net and on Instagram, Vienna_K1. And follow my TikTok. I'm about to be TikToking it up. Vienna_K1.
What you gonna do on that thing, man?
Nothing exquisite, nothing like that. I'm just being my normal self.
But you know what? Yeah, Make sure. But I believe what you can do and how your page can grow. Man, I feel like it's like a prophetic moment when I used to go to church. Hold on. What? But no, for you, you know how they take the article, which would be yours, from Vienna_K.net, and you can actually sit in front of your article and explain the article.
So that's what, I'm trying to get it here. I gotta learn how to work TikTok, so
all of it.
I know, but I don't know how to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta, you know.
I thought they had something similar to that.
Well, no, yeah, but it makes to get her numbers up on TikTok.
No one said she can make it in any app and then just upload it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried that. Like, I'm like, I forgot how to trick about it. This is like the remix. So, one time I was able to do it, and the next time I couldn't figure out how to do it. I was on like Snapchat or something. So, I need a little bit more help with technical. I'm not a very tech person, but I'm learning.
We out here. Peace.
You know, 11 a.m. Not 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. behind the Good Morning Mix.
Oh, got you. I thought it just said.
I'm about to end up designing the whole. That's why I'm trying to wait till we get these pictures. I'm about to design the whole feedback out.
Okay, still one of the pictures we took? No? Man, good enough? Or did the people got it?
I don't think we took one just us. No, the people took them. They ain't sent them yet.
Oh, okay.
That's why I remember taking a group picture, but yeah, the people ain't sent them yet.
That bottle they gave us was small.